Well, it's been much longer than 6 weeks, so I am straining the plantain leaves, and then I've got basil after that. So what I did was, oh, that was stupid. Okay, I lifted that up too fast. I had a rubber band around the cheesecloth, and then I had this funnel, and then like squeezing it out. But there's a lot of oil there. Like, it doesn't look like it really wasted any of these. It's weird. The leaves are actually crispy, even though they've been soaking in oil for that long. The dried plantain leaves are crispy. So now I have to measure out 100 grams and 13 grams of beeswax and heat them up. Okay, now the trick is going to be to, how do I do this so I don't spill the leaves inside the, okay, let's do this. Let's fold it over and very carefully, no, 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 no. Okay, now I can squeeze that. All right, that's pretty good. Now I just have to remember how I shaved off the beeswax. And the recipe I have calls for 100 grams of plantain oil, but as you can see, that is over 300. We're going to call it maybe 325, so whatever, a little over triple it. So instead of 15 grams of beeswax, I'm going to need probably 50. I have a long way to go. That is only 12. And now I just remembered I maybe should not be using my favorite knife. I'm going to switch out. I found a knife in the cupboard that I haven't used in decades. It looks more like Excalibur than it does like a kitchen knife. Not sure this will work. We'll try. All right, so what I did was I heated the blade over the gas flame on the stove without trying to drip wax on the flame, and look, that cut it. I could have saved myself a lot of time. So now I guess I'll keep doing that. Keep heating it up and cut it in smaller pieces. It smells good. And remember, I said I needed 50 grams. This was 12. Put this big chunk on, and that makes, oh, that makes me happy. 49 grams, that'll do. I'm hoping that it's chopped up fine enough. This knife actually stays hot for a surprisingly long time. In case you're wondering why I'm going to all this trouble instead of using those handy dandy pellets, well, I have a whole bag of those beeswax pellets, and they just, in my opinion, do not melt down as easily. It just takes forever to melt them. Oh, look here. I think I should have used my wooden cutting board. Oh well. All right, I did not want to use the knife to scrape off these stuck-on beeswax, but hey, this seems to be working okay. Yeah. Now let's put this in the jar with the other beeswax and heat it up. I'll show you how that works. So this is ready to go. Yeah, I've found an old spoon that I don't need to worry about again. Okay, this is the plan. Maybe I need a little bit more water in that. So I'm using a mason jar that is, heat tempered. This is what I use for canning, so it should not hurt that to be in that water. And then, oh, this is about full. I'm gonna have to be careful not to spill. I have it on low, and this is my simmer burner. I don't know. I think I need a little bit more water in the pan. All right, carefully here. To get an idea of the time this is going to take, it is, well, it's September 4th. It's Thursday, 8:35 a.m. No idea how long this will take. It's supposed to be simmering water, not boiling water. How long is this going to take to melt these big chunks? We'll keep an eye on it. And I still have the basil salve to make as well while I have the mess. Well, I'm still experimenting. This is the beeswax for the basil salve, and I thought, why not heat up my grater, my favorite cheese grater. Hope I haven't ruined it. Heat it up on the gas stove, and then while it's still hot, grate some beeswax. I know there's got to be a better method out there besides the pellets, but I don't know what it is. Okay, not sure. I'm not sure if you can see that, but my cheese grater caught on fire. So it's hot, so I'll use it right now. But see where that's discolored there? Yeah, really, really bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, this is one of those gradually and then suddenly, like a Hemingway wrote about. So this is only another 7 minutes later, and it's really getting close now, which is great. Now, if I just know what to do with my poor cheese grater without starting it on fire again, I don't know. 25 minutes later, it's done. I turned off the heat. Could be a little tricky lifting this out of there. I put my jar lifter in the shed that I use for canning, so we'll think of something here. Let's take it off the heat. Okay. Now let's go look at the cheese curls. No, they're not cheese curls. They're not cheese shreds. They are beeswax shreds. This should melt much faster. These all, I don't know, chop up. I don't really want to cut my fingers trying to grate these little tiny pieces. But isn't that beautiful? Don't think it's worth it, but it is beautiful, yeah. All right, we're getting ready to put these in jars. These are 4 ounces each. That was about, I don't know, between 12 and 16 ounces, not counting the beeswax. So 3 or 4 of these, and then remember, I have another. I'm not going to show you how I make the basil salve. I'll show you what it looks like at the end, but ready to jar these. This is what I'm using just because, well, it's rounded and I think I can wipe it out easily enough. All right, just keep refilling these. It's a pretty color, isn't it? Yeah. And it perfectly made 4 little 4-ounce containers. Yeah, like that. They're solidifying quickly. And yeah, this one already solidified. I printed out a list here. For the plantain salve, insect bites and stings, dry, chapped, roughed, or cracked skin, treating grazes, scratches, small cuts, minor wounds, itchy skin, rashes, drawing out slivers. Oh, that's interesting. Glass and dirt from wounds. Softening scabs, minor burns, bruises, abrasions, tired, sore feet. Compress for discomfort from hemorrhoids. Used on pets for scabs. Okay, and then basil salve is pretty much the same. Skin abrasions. Okay, here, this is a little different. Rejuvenating and moisturizing dry or damaged skin. Oh, then basil salve is antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory effects to soothe skin. Tightening pores, age spots and wrinkles. Protecting skin for the environment. Okay, so they're not exactly the same. And I have got the basil straining here. Crispy leaves, just like the other. So we'll get this done. We'll see if I can tell the difference. I'm definitely marking the jars because they look really similar to me. This is maybe a little more greenish. And since I always enjoy showing you the mess I make, there's the leaves and there's jars that have to be wiped out with paper toweling because they're all greasy and they haven't cleaned him up yet. And yeah, pretty impressive mess, I would say. That is it for this year's making salves. I'll have to do some research next year and see if there's some other weeds or garden herbs that I can make salve out of. And then this winter and next summer, I have to remember to use these. So I have my lids. I will write plantain and basil in them. Oh, write in the comments if you want to say which one you think is which. Okay, till next time. And if it's been driving you crazy that I've been mispronouncing this the entire video, I am not remaking. I can't remake the video. So I was pronouncing it plantain, like the, banana-like fruit. It's actually plantain. Plantain. Okay. Plantain and basil. I'll live and learn.